and it is being presented by a serving soldier, Krishna, who is preparing for his ACC 124 SSB. So, Krishna, you can start, please.
Good morning, friends. Today I am here.
Krishna, be louder, please.
Good morning, friends. Today I am here to give the presentation on the topic Indo-Afghanistan relationship. As Indo-Afghanistan has a diplomatic relationship which refers to India and the Islamic Republic of Afghanistan. As Afghanistan is landlocked with the five nations, and Afghanistan always rely on India. So there are the further terms starting with the Treaty of Friendships. As on 1 January 1950, the Treaty of Friendship was signed between both of the countries to bring the peace and strengthen their relation between each other. And the second is about the Kandahar hijack, as the second term is that in which the IC-814 plane was hijacked by the five terrorists of Pakistan, and then they took the plane to the Kandahar, and on that basis they have want from the India to release the three terrorists of Pakistan, and then they have released the Indian citizens, those who are sitting in the plane. So the third term is about the free trade agreement, and the free trade agreement was signed in 2003, and this was signed because to make the free trade between both of the nations, as India can easily go to the Central Asian countries and also to the Middle East countries for the free trade agreement, as India has also removed the custom duty from the Afghanistan to build and strengthen their relationships. The fourth and the last week of the strategic partnership, this agreement was signed in 2011 by both of the countries to do the further developments of the nation in upcoming years. And as both are the neighboring countries, and in which the Pakistan and the China are having the eye, so for that they have signed the strategic partnership agreement in 2011. Now I will comes to the important aspects of both of the countries, India and Afghanistan. The first is of the political aspect. Political aspects. In the political aspects, as in Afghanistan is always rely on India, and as we have seen in the SAARC summit of 2016, where the Pakistan had hosted it, but at the time the India has denied the host of the Pakistan. So that was the major victory for India, that the political aspects was come as when the Afghanistan supported India on denying the host of the SAARC summit of the Pakistan. So the second is about the economical aspects, as we have seen the Afghanistan have many minerals, as 1,400 minerals was founded in Afghanistan, starting from the copper, gold, lithium, natural gas and oil. So from there India can easily access to the Middle East countries for the crude oil. So this is the second important aspects for the India. The third is about the strategical aspects, as I have discussed, I have mentioned about the strategic partnership in this. So that in this they have signed the agreement on 2011 to strengthen the relations between each others, as mostly the China, Pakistan, US, they more focus on the crude oil and the natural gases. So from here the India can easily access to the Middle East countries for this purpose. So as India has also do the development, and through which they can easily have a good relation with Afghanistan. The fourth and the last is about the culture aspects, as both of having shared the historical and the cultures link between each others. As in the culture, I can give the example of the celebrity Salman Khan, who is from the Pathan community. So this culture aspects share, and also the few of the celebrity from the Afghanistan also comes under the Pathan community. So both of the share the culture aspects between each other. Now in both of the relations there are the many issues and conflicts which are arising. So the first is about the US withdrawal, as you have seen in the current in 2021 and September. So after the 20th anniversary of 9/11, so the US troops has withdrawn from the Afghanistan. So this is the major issue for India, as we have seen in this that terrorist group of Taliban has taken over the charges over there. So this is the advantage for the China, and it is also the disadvantage for the China. As in this the firstly I will talking about the advantage, as now the China is not not influencing through through the military purpose, but they are thinking to influence Afghanistan by giving the shares and investing on the Afghanistan, and through this they are influencing the Afghanistan. And the disadvantages of the China is that uh, the disadvantages of the China is that from there is a 90-kilometer Wakhar corridor is there. So from there the Taliban can easily enter to the China. So this can be the major issue for the China, as the Taliban is a terrorist group. So they can counter any countries in this aspect. So this is the major issue for both of the countries after the US withdrawal. The second is about the talking about the CPEC project. It is the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. It is a corridor which started from the Gwadar port of China to the Gwadar port of Pakistan to the Khasgar port of China. So through which it is coming between the both of the nations, and it is also the major issue, especially as the China has invested and started developing out there, and China could also add one more member, which is Afghanistan, on this by influencing and investing more and more and increasing the development in the Afghanistan. So this is the second major concerns for the India, as India has denied for giving the land in the CPEC projects, as they comes in the northeast region, in the northern regions of the India. So the third major issue is of the terrorism, as we have seen the Kashmir issue, and we have also seen the Pakistan is always influenced by the China, and there is a terrorist group of Taliban. So from there, if the China will investing more in the Afghanistan, so the Taliban terrorists will be going through the in the favor of the China, and through which they can easily go to the POK region to counter India in that regions. And secondly, as the China has made it the string of pearls, and through the CPEC project and through the terrorism, there is the third major issue between Afghanistan and India, and this will hamper India mostly. So I will tell you the positive aspects of the both of the countries, as India has started doing the development in Afghanistan. I was talking about the Salman Dam, which is also called the Friendship Dam. Friendship Dam, which is made by the India in Afghanistan, and the cost is 1,700 crore rupees, especially for the irrigations and for the infrastructure purpose. As they have also signed the small memorandum of understanding between both of the countries, and as India has decided to establish and constructed the small health care centers and the education and infrastructures for the Talibani peoples. The second, the developments which the India has done in the Chabahar port, which is near to the Afghanistan in the Iran. So from there, the major purpose is to get the crude oil and the natural gas for India as well as for the Afghanistan. As India is a developing country, so if India will make the good relation with Afghanistan, as they have set up, they constructed the Chabahar port in the Iran, especially for to eye on the China and to take the crude oil and the natural gas from the Middle East country. So in this they can easily, Afghanistan can also easily access to the Middle East country for the crude oil. So now I would like to conclude my presentation on the Indo-Afghanistan relation, is that as India has signed the agreements like Treaty of Friendship and the Free Trade Agreement and the strategic partnerships, and also as India is making doing the development like Salman Dam and the Chabahar port for the crude oil and the natural gases, so it can brings the development for the both of the countries, and through which they will build and unite a strong relation between both of the countries. So thank you.
Fine. So anyone of you have questions?
Yes, sir.
Fine, Raja, please ask.
So, friend, can you tell me that as Taliban has taken over the government of Afghanistan, and India has done a very large investment in Afghanistan, and still we are not talking, we don't want to make relations with the Taliban. So do you think that the money that India has invested in Afghanistan is a waste? or do you think that?
No, as in the Taliban, there half of the land has taken by the Taliban, but half of the land is with the Afghan people. So as the half of the districts are in the captures of the of the Taliban, and the half of are right now also that people of Afghanistan are living over there. So they have a positive aspects in the terms with the India. So as making the doing the development and in the Afghanistan can build a strong relation between each other, as we have seen that the Chawar port in the in Iran and also the Middle East countries, we can easily go through the access from there, as it's take a longer route from going to the Strait of from to the Indian Oceans to the Strait of Hormuz. So if we will make the good relations, so we can easily access over there. So it is not hampering the Taliban.
This is what why my question was, no? Because if in order to make a good relation with Afghanistan, we have to talk with the Taliban, no? But Indian government is not talking to
Yes,
Taliban.
and
So
I
then
would
how
like to-
will India get the benefit?
And I would like to add some point on chess number 4 question.
Louder, Dheeraj, louder.
I would like to add some more point on chess number 4 question. As you have said that the Taliban has only took the half of the part, but we have to admit that in a very less or in a very fraction of time, he has took over the half of the part of the Afghanistan, and there is a very good possibility that he can capture whole of the Afghanistan. So as mentioned by chess number 2, he will definitely have a control over the Chapar port and the other, and he will not allow India to flourish its investment. So don't you think that the question put up by chess number 4 is definite?
As they have a talk in the United Nations Council, so slowly they will like the India has like done good for the development of the nation for Afghanistan, as by the UN talks. So this will resolve the resolve the doubts and resolve the conflict, and the development that the Taliban will be having the positive aspects with India also.
But India don't want Taliban to take part in the UN, because India want Taliban to not come to UN and make a participation.
Yes.
So how it will happen? And
Yes.
also, are you sure that this Taliban has taken only half of the territory? Because I believe that only Panjshir and some other small portion is taken is not under the control of Taliban, and most of the parts are.
But
actually-
Panjshir is a major part of the Afghanistan.
Is it half of the Afghanistan? You
Not
want to say?
half, but the major part of the Afghanistan, and we can say
It is strategically important, but I think it is a very small portion if we compare it with the Afghanistan.
Yes. And
But
chess,
it is-
and chess number 3, I want to ask you that as you have mentioned that if India will make good relation with Taliban, then means India will flourish. But we have seen that in all the means associations like UN and everywhere, India is opposing terrorism. India is the only country which is opposing terrorism on the worldwide. If India will make good relation with Taliban, so definitely they are means contradicting their own statement in the UN that they are opposing terrorism. So I think if India will make good relation with Taliban, so definitely we are out of our own world. So we can't make good relation with Taliban.
secondly, if India will make the good relation with Taliban, so it can easily it can create the fear in the mind of the China and the Pakistan. So
But that's a good
from
point, but I am saying that after making good relation with Taliban, India will contradict with its own statement, which it puts in UN that we are opposing terrorism. But we know that the Taliban run major of the means terrorist organization. So in this way,
Fine, anyways. So just brush up a bit of the knowledge parts. Rest, your presentation was totally like appreciable and it was very good. Good effort. You can take your seats.
Thank you, sir.
All the very best, Krishna.
Thank you, sir.
कभी ना तुम्हें डाउट था बात तो ये